Hello everyone, late night pyramid intel. What I'm going to talk about is something that Bashar talks about a lot, which is follow your bliss, follow your highest joy. There are books written about it called The One Thing that my mentor recommended. But I'm going to give you an energetic explanation. So here on the 3D world, whenever we have to do something, we tend to work in straight lines. Linear time, linear pathways. You have to go from point A to point B. Sometimes that path can look really, really difficult, maybe impossible, maybe painful, but we're taught to follow a path, a straight path of steps. And Bashar has suggested that instead of going from A to B, you simply look around you and you say, yes, I could take the path to B, or I could do any of these other things, this, or that. This is what I could do right now in my immediate environment. And inevitably, there may be something on that list that is completely unrelated and a lot more fun, like I would rather go to the beach. So he says that you should choose the one that makes you the happiest, that gives you the most joy, which would be going to the beach. So you would say, how in the hell is going to the beach ever going to get me to point B? It's going to help me achieve my goals. It doesn't make sense, and that's why I'm not going to do it. This is the energetic explanation. When you go to the beach, or you do whatever it is on your list that gives you the highest joy, it raises your frequency so much that your entire brainwave pattern shifts, your scalar wave generations change frequency, and everything around you will begin to change. Your manifestations around you will change, and all of the things around you, including your path to point B, as well as your destination of point B, will change as well. So that when you come back to your list of possibilities and your path and your points, it's going to look and feel and be entirely different. And whether you choose that as your next step or you choose some other blissful thing on your list, you will continue to raise your vibration, shift the energy and the material world around you, and everything will change along with you. And instead of pushing in a painful way from point A to point B, you will float over there, or it will come closer to you, or whatever will happen in a much easier, in the flow way than it would if you try to force it. Now, I just made a video where I talked about how it's normal to have fluctuations. You're going to be up and down, and life isn't supposed to be a bed of roses. You're supposed to have challenges and some pain and difficulties. But when you find yourself thinking or feeling that you have an uphill battle, you need to stop yourself because you're on the wrong path. It should be momentary, and you should be able to recover it by going through these steps and raising your frequency, doing things that bring you up and that you enjoy and everything, so that you can shift your reality around you so it's not so painful. So that is the message for today, and that is the message for kicking off this year. To realize my last video where I talked about the virus and the sickness and all of these things that we perceive as being negative, and I'm not saying that they are not. I'm simply saying whenever there's an event, whenever there's a big source of energy, of movement, the source energy, the electricity, the power source, it has to have a positive and a negative. This is where the polarity comes in. We talk about polarity integration. You cannot take action or create a spark with just the positive end of a battery. You need the positive end and the negative end. They have to come together. So whenever you see the negative, there is also a positive sitting right there. If you focus on only positive, some people are afraid as hell of the negative side, or you focus only on the negative, where's the spark? You have to bring them together. And when you see this and you choose it, you can bring them together instantly. You don't have to wait. You don't have to have a shitty lesson and then 6 months or 6 years down the line, you can see the good in it. Okay, then you get your spark. Oh, eureka. Okay, why wait? Why wait? If you can see how everything works with polarities here and you can pull everything together, that's a transmutation. You understand how everything works, and you take that and you turn it into that, you pull them together, and boom, you're off and running, and you can affect things around you energetically. And that is the goal for this year, to realize that we are living in a vibrational world, not a physical world. You've been lied to. That's the big secret. And so the reason I make these videos is to share this information so that you can live more effectively and easily and the way authentically that we were supposed to live before we were horribly misled. So on that note, I hope you have a great full moon. Full moons are really great for releasing baggage, for setting down the burdens. Everybody wants to learn new things and become enlightened, and and you just float higher and higher and higher and you feel better and better and better. But you have to realize, again, energy is circular. You can't keep pouring water into a pitcher when it's already full of water. You have to pour out some of the old water, some of the stale water, some of the water that's been sitting there that's stagnant, that's not working anymore, so you can get the fresh water. Everything is flow and circular, flow and circular. So be in a state of releasing, stop holding on to things, right? Attachment and holding and that's the root of all suffering. It is. And you'll suffer so much more than you need to if you can just learn to let go. Easier said than done, but it's certainly a worthy thing to shoot for this year. So I love you. Namaste. Bye.